Hi, welcome to SFG Cards and Craft. Today I'd like to show you how I did this card using mostly Lawn Fawn products. The Scalloped Border, this is the what I used for the water, the Hillside Stitched Border, the Ahoy Matey stamp set, Mermaid for each other stamp and die set. I used Assorted distress inks as well. I'll go through those as I'm actually showing you. This is my new stamping press that I actually made a video of just recently, so in case you haven't seen that, just to show how it was actually made. So all I'm doing is I've chosen a few of the stamps that I'm going to be using on this one and stamping them out. I've mentioned in other cards when I've actually done them that I actually usually make about 5 of these at a time, and that's what I'm doing here today. I make 5 of these today. Just stamping out those few items, 3 from the Mermaid for each other and 2 from the Ahoy Matey. As the time that I actually did this video, I didn't have the die set for the Ahoy Matey, but I have since got that. So I had to fussy cut the tree and the treasure chest. Now this is actually just the putting the sky. The sky, the colour that I'm using for that is just Salty Ocean. Now cutting the Scalloped Borders, this is what I'm using for the water because I don't have any ocean type borders, so I'm just using my Scalloped Borders. It worked out quite good actually because there's 3 different sizes in the set, and I've used one of each size, and the largest one I've actually used that as the closest to try and give it like the impression of depth. You'll see what I mean when it comes together. And these are the other 2 sized scallops, the small and the medium and the larger one. I don't, as I said, I don't actually have any of these ocean borders, so I've actually decided to just use these ones because I had nothing else that was usable, and I thought, well, that works quite good. I could have probably used the cloud borders, but then this card would have had Avery L in it as well because I only have the cloud border from Avery L. Okay, now the colours that I'm using for the grassed area is mowed lawn. The sand area is tea dye, and when I come to do the 3 water cutouts that I've actually just die cut, I just use Salty Ocean and then I spray those with the water and dab them off. I think I'll actually just let you watch the video. It's pretty straightforward. I will actually put all the different things that have been used in it when I actually write up my tags and things at the end. So I'll just put some music on now and hope you enjoy it, and I'll come back soon. Hi, I'm back again briefly. Just thought I'd run through the colours that I'm using. On the Mermaid, the pale colour is for the hair, shaded lilac. The darker colour is wilted violet. I'm also using that on her tail and her bra area, for want of a better word. The cheeks, I actually put those in last of all. You'll see how I do that. I dry brush in worn lipstick. Now what I mean by dry brushing is that you have a dry brush, you load the brush with the quite well with the ink, and then you wipe off most of it onto like a dry tissue, and then you just use that. There's still colour in there, but there's not much moisture, so you use that then on a dry paper. So basically the face has been done and it's dry, and then I come in with the dry brushing for the cheeks. And the colour I used for that was worn lipstick. The skin, which is the face and arms, and the little belly stripe, is tea dye. The tiara, I actually use liquid pearls on that. I don't actually show putting that on, I don't think, because I actually did all 5 of them at once, all these cards, and also the horn. I'm not sure if that's what it's called, but on the narwhal, I actually use a gold pen, which I show that with the putting the gold onto the gold coins later on. And I use that on the narwhal horn, and I use glossy accents on the narwhal horn as well as in the eyes. I actually showed using a pen on the eyes. I rounded the eyes, made the eyes actually round and open looking, whereas originally the mermaid's eyes are actually like closed and like little half moon shapes. So I've made them round and put, because I wanted it to be looking at the narwhal, so I've actually had her eyes pointing at the narwhal. This is on the treasure chest, which is the next item that I'm doing there. That's tea dye is for the wood, and I've shaded it in the walnut. That's what I'm doing just there at this moment. The metal parts are actually painted with hickory smoke and then dotted on while it's still wet, dotted on with rusty hinge. Appropriate name in this case, and indicating actual rust is what I was indicating there. The rock, I'm not sure if I have rock written down here. Rock. So I'm reading this off my, yes, rock. Tea dye, and whilst it's still wet, a dot on hickory smoke. That's just to get it sort of like a marbled effect sort of a thing. But there's not much of the rock seen anywhere when the card is actually finished. And apologies if you can actually hear any noise in the background. My husband's doing some carpentry, and also there's where we live is not very far from a car racing track. And of course, when they start racing, it's like living in a hornet's nest. It's really loud. They're not racing at this moment. It's probably in between races. They were racing just before I started doing this voiceover. But it gets so loud here on weekends. We're actually probably about, as the crow flies, probably about 8 kilometres from the track. But it's just so loud here. I'd hate to live any closer. Now the narwhal. Narwhal. The basic body of it is hickory smoke. I'm leaving like a little white patch, which I don't actually put anything onto that, on its belly. I'm not sure if these actually have that, but I noticed that most mammals, like the dolphins and the whales, they seem to have a lighter coloured belly, so I thought I'll do that on this one. So the hickory smoke, and the horn is just the gold pen that I mentioned earlier. The mermaid's eyes, I just put glossy accents on that. And there's also some coins that I actually sprinkle around or stamp around the chest later on. They are just done with the gold pen and glossy accents as well. The palm tree, the green parts, first is crushed olive, and then I go over that with the mowed lawn, just dotted mowed lawn. The trunk is brushed corduroy, and I shade it with the coconuts also, brushed corduroy, and I shade it with the ground espresso. So I think that's pretty much all the explanation of what I'm doing there. So look, we'll put some more music on, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. Thanks. Hi, I'm back again. I hope you enjoyed the music. All the music that I use in all of my videos is my son. He's 17 at the moment. A lot of these recordings were done when he was only 15 and 16. Okay, now what I'm doing here is behind the tree. You'll notice that when I've cut it out, so I didn't have to cut out the little bits in between the tree branch and the leaves. I'm just doing that in the blue to match the background a little bit better. It just seems to look a little bit better in my opinion. I don't know, I mean, it's just me. And it just seems to blend in a little bit better into the background. And thanks for watching. I hope you liked the card, and if you did, please subscribe and give it a thumbs up. Thanks very much. Bye.